Of all the crops grown in a polytunnel, the tomato has to be the most favourite one. And people, I've met people who have got rows and rows and rows of nothing but tomatoes, and we've got some tomatoes here. There's a few things I'd like to explain about the growing of tomatoes in polytunnels, and I've got, I'm afraid to say, a bit of an excuse of a tomato down here, and it's this one. I'm just going to pick it. Can you see? Many of you will know what's happened to that tomato. It's split, and the reason why it's split is because the plant was underwatered for a while, and then somebody thought, oh, I've not watered this tomato, so I better get it quick. And then the fruit swell up with extra water and the sides split open. And to avoid that, you have to make sure that you regularly water your tomatoes, at least once every 2 or 3 days, and feed them at least once a week. But having said that, all of that water, we have a problem with tomatoes. There are two problems. First of all is general fungal diseases, and the second problem is that dreaded fungal disease, blight. Tomatoes belong to the potato family, and they can get blight just as easily as potatoes do. So the first thing I've been doing to these tomatoes is thinning them out. Normally when we're growing tomatoes, you take out the side shoots and all of that, but these are Italian tomatoes and you don't need to do that with them. But I've thinned them out. Look, I've taken some of the branches away. I'm going to put these on the compost heap shortly, simply to allow a greater flow of air around the plants. And as the summer continues, I'll be taking more and more leaves off. As the plants ripen up, then we'll be taking almost all the leaves away, so there's nothing but fruit on there. And the second thing is only watering at the root. Now, in order to water your tomatoes without increasing the humidity everywhere, I use one of these. It's a soaker hose, and it gives a lovely bubble of water that just kind of feeds the plant at the base level where it needs to be. Where the plant touches the soil, that's where the infection takes place, and you need to stop that from happening by not allowing it to get wet. The fungal won't grow if it's not wet. So if you water only sparingly at the bottom of the plant using a soaker hose, you'll end up with perfect tomatoes.